Once upon a time, in a peaceful village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a beautiful young woman named Ada. Ada was well known for her kindness, wisdom, and beauty, qualities that had earned her the admiration of many suitors. As the years passed, Ada's family eagerly awaited the day she would find a husband. One day, a traveling prophet visited the village and revealed a prophecy to her. "The man you are destined to marry is named Jone," the prophet said with a knowing smile. His words filled Ada with hope and anticipation, and she looked forward to meeting her future husband.
A few weeks later, Ada met not one but 5 eligible men, all of whom she liked. To her astonishment, each of them introduced themselves with the same name, Jone. Each Jone was charming in his own way, and Ada found herself growing fond of them all. However, the prophecy had said there would be only one true Jone. Ada was now faced with an impossible task: finding out which Jone was her true love. Desperate for guidance, Ada returned to the prophet's dwelling, only to discover that he had passed away the day before. With the prophet gone, Ada realized that she would have to rely on her own heart and wisdom to find the real Jone among the 5.
The first Jone Ada met was a farmer, strong and hardworking. He had a warm smile and a gentle demeanor that made Ada feel at ease. Jone the farmer was deeply connected to the earth, and he spoke passionately about his crops and the joy of seeing them grow. He showed Ada the beauty in simple things like the first sprouts of a new season or the golden glow of ripe grain under the sun. Ada admired his dedication and felt a deep respect for his humble, grounded nature. But she wondered, was this the Jone the prophet had spoken of?
The second Jone was a merchant, wealthy and well-traveled. He had seen the world and brought back stories of distant lands and exotic treasures. This Jone was generous, always bringing Ada gifts: beautiful fabrics, rare spices, and sparkling jewels. He had a way of making Ada feel special, showering her with attention and affection. Yet, while Ada was dazzled by his charm and wealth, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. Was this Jone the one meant for her? Or was he merely a distraction from her true path?
The third Jone was a healer, wise and compassionate. He had a calming presence and a deep understanding of the human heart. Jone the healer spent his days helping the sick and the poor, offering comfort to those in need. Ada admired his selflessness and was moved by his ability to bring peace to others. He taught her about the healing power of love and kindness, and she found herself drawn to his gentle spirit. But as much as she admired him, Ada wondered if her heart truly belonged to this Jone.
The fourth Jone was a warrior, brave and strong. He had a commanding presence, and his stories of battles and victories captivated Ada. This Jone was a protector, always ready to defend his village and loved ones from any danger. Ada felt safe in his presence, knowing that he would go to any lengths to keep her and their future family secure. However, she also sensed a restlessness in him, a longing for the thrill of battle that sometimes overshadowed his tender moments with her. Could this Jone, with his fierce nature, be the one destined to be her husband?
The fifth Jone was a scholar, intelligent and thoughtful. He had a love for books and learning, and he spent hours sharing his knowledge with Ada. This Jone was patient and curious, always eager to explore new ideas and understand the world better. Ada enjoyed their conversations and the way he challenged her to think deeply about life's mysteries. He opened her mind to new perspectives, and she found comfort in his wisdom. But despite their intellectual connection, Ada wasn't sure if this Jone was the one who held the key to her heart.
As Ada spent time with each Jone, she found herself torn between them. Each man had qualities that she admired, and each made her feel special in different ways. But none of them seemed to completely match the feeling she had been searching for, the certainty that this was the Jone she was meant to marry. Ada realized that the answer would not come from comparing them to one another, but from listening to her own heart.
One evening, after a long day of contemplation, Ada went to the quiet grove near her village where she often went to think. As she sat beneath the shade of a large tree, she closed her eyes and asked the gods for guidance. In the stillness, she felt a sense of clarity wash over her. She realized that the true Jone was not just the one who fit her ideal, but the one who made her feel at home in her own heart.
With renewed confidence, Ada returned to the village and met each Jone once again. This time she looked not at their individual qualities but at how she felt in their presence. She noticed that with one Jone, she felt a sense of peace and contentment that she hadn't fully appreciated before. It was with this Jone, the farmer, that Ada felt most like herself, free of pretense or expectation. She realized that he was the Jone who allowed her to be truly happy.
Ada chose Jone the farmer, and the two were married in a joyful ceremony that brought the entire village together. As they stood before their community, Ada knew she had made the right choice. The prophecy had led her to find not just a name, but the qualities in a partner that would bring her lasting happiness. Together, they built a life filled with love, laughter, and the simple joys of the earth.
In the years that followed, Ada and Jone the farmer became a beloved couple in the village. Their story was told to children as a lesson in trusting one's heart and looking beyond the surface. The other Jones found their own paths, and each remained friends with Ada, knowing that she had chosen wisely. Ada's journey had not just been about finding a husband, but about understanding what she truly needed in life. And so, the tale of Ada and the 5 Jones became a timeless story of love, wisdom, and the power of listening to one's heart.